another day, and another story to tell. So, let's get this shit started, guys. Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night if you're about to sleep. My name is Phil, and this is another episode of Mornings with Phil. Cue music. Ta-da! My name is Phil, and Mornings with Phil from the Philippines. Feels so redundant. So welcome to my channel where I talk about anything under the sun because it's still sunny so far. A bit. I hope you guys are having a pleasant day so far, even though we're still having the pandemic. Since the pandemic is still going on, most of the businesses are still closed and also the school. But here in Netherlands, the rules are slightly lifted, so the government obliges us to wear masks, especially in the public transport. Since it's mandatory and I go to school twice a week, I had to buy masks for myself. Not just ordinary masks. Fashionable mask. Well, if you're living here in Netherlands, you can order it here. You can check out different designs on Studio First Things First on Instagram. I will also link it below so you can check it out for yourself. First Things First doesn't just sell masks, also from baby clothes to fashionable headbands, and please do check it out. But if you're living outside the Netherlands, well, that's not my problem anymore. So I'm gonna show off my mask. So here, this is a banana, because I love bananas. It reminds me of the Philippines, guys. I know what you all their minds are thinking. And this is my favorite. See? This is the map of the Philippines, and the other side is the map of Western Europe, where you can see Netherlands. So I'm gonna show you how. You're gonna put it here. Or you can tie it over here. I'm not gonna tie it because it's stuck to my hair. Looks cool, right? And also, there's a compartment here you can put filter because the cloth itself is not 100% safe, so we can add something here. So you can wear this when you go to the bus, ride a train, or rob a bank. You still look fashionable. So anyway, let's begin. So a lot of you guys have been asking me for a video about the Netherlands. So I thought of starting off with the culture first, my experience here with the culture shock. So I'll be dividing this with categories because it's much easier for me to talk about it. Now let's start off with the obvious one, the weather. So we all know that the Netherlands is geographically positioned in the northern part of the hemisphere, which is, by the way, it's colder and has 4 seasons. While in the Philippines, it's located near the equator, which is why it's characterized relatively with a high temperature. And we only have 2 seasons, wet and dry, that's all. And it's also based in the amount of rainfall. Well, this was a really big change for me, both physically and biologically. Well, anyway, both. What am I talking about? Well, my skin was constantly dry because Netherlands is not humid like the Philippines. So I had to buy a lot of skin products to maintain my luscious skin, and also my hair. It was really dry during the winter. Another thing I noticed, guys, the Filipinos and the Dutch react to the sun quite differently. Back in the Philippines, every time the sun shines, everyone hides. We go under the shade, or we go to the mall, or use an umbrella. Yes, we use an umbrella when it's hot, which a lot of non-Filipinos find it very weird. But here in the Netherlands, every time the sun shines, everyone goes out. I was surprised by this, and I was like, what's wrong with you people? Don't you know what skin cancer is? Then, winter came, and now I understand. A lot of Filipinos think that winter is so nice and lovely because of the snow and it's cooler. No, it's not. It's not like the Christmas movies that you have been seeing. I had to wear really thick clothes, 4 layers to be exact. That was really bad. It was bad. But the good thing about winter is you can flaunt your fancy coats and your scarves around your neck. You can be a fashionista during winter. But another thing that I like about the Netherlands is the seasons are diverse. You have spring, summer, fall, and winter. That's warm, warmer, cold, coldest, but my favorite season is fall. I love the color of the leaves changing. They start out as green and then becomes yellow or red. It's really colorful actually. You don't have that in the Philippines. You just have sunny and rainy. Or to add on, we have typhoons, earthquake, and volcanic eruptions. Now, the next category is food. So I'm gonna talk about the typical food in the Philippines and in Netherlands. As an Asian, I value flavor from what I eat. So the Filipino cuisine is a fusion of diverse Asian culture. Our ingredients consist of soy sauce, bean sprout, fish sauce, and different spices around Asia. But comparing Philippines to the other Asian countries, we don't have the spiciest cuisine. It's more salty, a bit, just a bit. Now, examples of our cuisines are adobo, kare-kare, sinigang, sisig, pancit guisado, crispy pata, and of course, lechon. And every time we eat Filipino food, there is always rice at the side. Yep, rice is life for Asians. Actually, it goes well because most of our food are a bit salty. Well, Dutch food on the other hand, let's say it's it's okay. The food mainly consists of potatoes and cheese. That's about it. No, I'm kidding. There's a lot actually. Or am I? Now we have the croquette, bitterballen, kibling, fries or patat. That's the Dutch version of French fries. Stampot, which is also potatoes again. Tomato soup. And of course, haring. It's raw fish where you swallow it whole. I tried it. I kind of like it actually. A lot of people find it strange, but it's really tasty if it's seasoned properly. Well, compare this to the Philippines, we have also another weird cuisine. You know it, guys. We always brag about this. The balut. It's an egg. There's a baby duck inside. How do I describe this? It's a baby duck that's not fully developed, and then you eat it. It's kind of weird for some of you guys, but that's our culture. It's tasty actually. Now, the sweets here in Netherlands. I love it. Here in Netherlands, they have the puffertjes. It's a mini-sized pancakes. Hagelslag. It's a sandwich with sweet sprinkles. Oliebollen. The Dutch version of a donut. And of course, stroopwafel. Now, this is the real deal, guys. And it goes well with coffee. Lekker. Heerlijk. And also, guys, they have the best chocolate milk here. They have this product called Chocomel. It's very delicious. Yummy. Now, the next category is language. Now, the Dutch language is very difficult, both the pronunciation and the grammar. Well, the Dutch language is a Western Germanic language spoken in Netherlands and also parts in Belgium. Well, when I first heard about the Dutch language, I first thought it was German. As I was listening to it more, it was kind of also French, so German/French kind of sound. When I was learning Dutch, I first struggled in pronouncing the letter G. For most people who are not familiar with this, the G sounds as if you're gargling without water, or in other words, trying to spit out your phlegm. Also, the SCH or the CH, it sounds similar as if you're spitting out, but lighter. I'll give you an example. The word cute. In Dutch, it is schattig. Yeah, there's a lot of Goedemorgen, goedemiddag, goedenavond. Of welterusten als je gaat slapen. It hurts the throat, guys. I'm telling you, it's not an easy language. Another bizarre thing about the Dutch language is when you combine two words, they completely change the meaning. For example, in Netherlands, schoon is clean and moeder is mother. And when we combine the two words is, of course, clean mother. Nee. It's mother-in-law. What incarnation is this? There are still more words that are like that. That's why it's really hard for me. It's really difficult to learn. What's different from the Filipino culture and the Dutch culture when it comes to language? is that they utilize their language very well. So, I live outside Amsterdam, in a village precisely, guys. So if I go to small towns or a small city here in Netherlands, all of the instructions are in Dutch. So help me Lord. It was scary and frustrating for me at first. Google Translate was my best friend. It would have been easier if I didn't interact with people. But no, you can't avoid it. There are so many instances that a Dutch person would just come up right up to me and just talk in Dutch. And I just say, yeah. But then I started learning Dutch and practicing little baby steps. So I knew some Dutch words already, just a few words. So I'll tell you a little story. Story time. Last year I had a membership in a gym. So after I did my exercise, the woman in the front desk came up to me and then she asked me in Dutch. I don't know, I don't remember. So me, being cocky with my Dutch, tried to reply to her in Dutch, but with random words, and then she was just staring at me and I stared at her back. We just had this stare down for a couple of seconds and then she laughed. I think it went pretty well. So everything is in Dutch. Of course, this is the Netherlands. But of course, people here in the Netherlands, they speak good English. And yes, that's how most expats say, because they live in Amsterdam. I live with cows and sheep around my area, guys. So people here, they don't talk much English, which is a good practice for me. So I had to force myself to speak Dutch, especially when I buy stuff in the winkel or the shops here. But it's really refreshing to hear and see how they value their language here, which is a bit quite different back in the Philippines. We value speaking English more than our own mother tongue. Well, which is also an advantage for us. This is to communicate with tourists, foreign companies residing in the Philippines, and also human resources to send Filipinos abroad. But culturally, it's dying. It's sad to hear that some of the kids that they can't speak their own mother tongue back in the Philippines. Now wait a minute, I'm speaking English. Phil, you're such a hypocrite. But wait, I speak Bisaya and Tagalog. So don't judge me, okay? But there are activists and non-government organizations trying to keep the culture alive and going. Good job, guys. Good job. Love it. Well, actually, there's still a lot of things I would like to talk about, but that's all the time we have. Sure, I'll make a part 2, guys, for you. And also, I want to expound more about my experience here and how we can appreciate both cultures. Now, let me know on the comment box below if you want to ask me anything or a request. I'm cool, guys. I'm just cool. And while you're down there, please subscribe and, share if possible, if you have time, okay? But I'm sure you have. You're just, lazy. Now, quick reminder, guys. Wash your hands, maintain social distancing, keep yourself healthy. If not, then die. And goodbye.